Nadine Underbrink here with Cash for College, serving students throughout our beautiful country from coast to coast. What about you that are interested in attending Ross School of Business at University of Michigan? Well, this video is just for you. So a couple of details to note. First, if you are 100% set that you want to study business with no doubt in your mind, then applying directly to the Ross School of Business makes sense. However, if you are not 100% certain and you're possibly considering other majors and you're just not sure yet, it is okay. You then apply to LSA. That allows you a wide variety of other major options. It does not mean that you are an inferior applicant. It just means you need time, and that's perfectly fine. All right, but for those of you who do want to apply the Ross School of Business, let's get to it. You can apply early by November 1. That is the early action deadline. As always, I recommend that you beat, not meet those deadlines. And it also means by November 1 that you are going to submit all of your supporting docs, transcripts, as well as rec letters and your highest score. If you apply by November 1, that means you're going to get a response from Ross, well, more specifically, University of Michigan by late January. If you don't take advantage of the early action deadline, which I strongly recommend that you do, then you need to apply by their regular deadline, which is February 1, and you will receive a response from them by early April. However, keep in mind that you will have to make a university pick by May 1, so that gives you a very short runway to get everything in order so that you know where you're going to attend school. Okay, so what does it take for Ross School of Business? They are test optional this year again. However, their average student that submits a score is an SAT of about a 1480 and an ACT of about a 34, which are very high scores, no question. However, I don't recommend students applying test optional. It is not prudent unless you really are kind of stuck, for lack of a better way to put it. Now, what else does it require? They want to see you. This is the time to shine. Truly, you're only going to be able to live in one person this entire lifetime. You are you. You've got to be who you are. That's what's going to shine to Ross School of Business. So when you apply, beyond having really good grades out of a 4.0, they are average looking at students with a 3.9 out of a 4.0. So in other words, students that are definitely on the higher end academically. When you apply, you are going to submit both the Common App essay as well as the Why University of Michigan essay, Why UMich. So in that essay, you've got to be able to explain to them how you're going to contribute to their campus. So do your homework. Make sure you understand who they are and what they are. You don't want to give them a canned answer. Be sure that your answer is authentic and that you're showing how academically you would contribute and or in terms of extracurriculars or service and leadership. Be sure it's real. Be sure it's you. Be sure your resume makes sense in light of what it is you're saying. And it's showing a connection that is authentic and that they can connect the dots when they look at your written portion as well as your resume. Okay, now when it comes to the portfolio, it's really important that your portfolio has two components, and those components are done well for Ross School of Business at University of Michigan. What do they include? The first and foremost, it includes a portfolio piece that entails a problem that you're going to solve. And so what do they mean by that? They're asking you to think locally, meaning your own neighborhood, your own school, your own city. Think smaller. Don't think national necessarily, unless national makes a lot of sense to you. So if you have a geopolitical view and that comes very natural to you and you really can take on an issue and talk about it very authentically and solve it from a business plan perspective, then go for it. If you can't think geopolitically on a national scale, don't worry. Think smaller. Think your high school. Think your city. Think your neighborhood. And think, what is a problem that you as a businesswoman or man in the future can put a business plan together and solve it? So what are the issues you see around you? That is what they're looking for you to solve as a business person. Now, they have a rubric, and I'm going to share that rubric with you, literally, specifically how they are evaluating you. And so you're going to be able to see that in my link below so that you can see what rubric Ross School of Business at UMich is going to use. Now, beyond that piece in the portfolio, they're also going to ask you one other item, which is an object. An object can be a literal object, like anything, a car, a phone, a remote control, something that you value, anything that is meaningful to you, or it could even be a video of you completing something that means something to you. Remember, the point here is it's meaningful to you, to your life. That's what I mean by be authentic. You're the only person that gets to live in your skin with your beautiful mind and the things that matter to you. This is the time to let it shine. That's what Michigan is looking to see. They want to see this authentic self come out. So no canned answers. Don't look on the internet and find what everybody else did and then replicate that, because that's not authentic. You've got to be who you are, who you're meant to be. That is what UMich is looking for. That's why they don't have auto-admit, like specific rank or specific number of a GPA or a specific score, because it's not just that for them. UMich wants to see you. All right, so the rubric is going to be shared in my information below. I am looking forward to talking to you about what it takes to get into University of Michigan, specifically Ross School of Business. You give me a call. My information is below.